Prepare yourselves, because evil is about to have a new rap. Because here it is, he's back in the hood. Because here's a re-review of Leprechaun Back to the Hood. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, boyo. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a re-review of the 2003 black comedy horror flick Leprechaun Back to the Hood, also known as Leprechaun 6, released by Lionsgate after recently acquiring the rights from former distributor Trimark. The film was written and directed by Stephen Arum, Arum Louis. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm sorry. And this is an actual standalone sequel to Leprechaun Hood. So, and with no returning characters or references made to that film. The sixth overall installment, and as of last year, is the last entry to star Warwick Davis in the titular role. This time, the Leprechaun's rampaging through an urban area, killing anyone in his path while looking for his gold, which was stolen by a group of youths who are using it to fulfill their wildest dreams. This was also the first to be released by Lionsgate. It came out on video December 30th, 2003. Now let's get started. An animated prologue narrated by the clairvoyant Esmeralda explains the origins of leprechauns. In ancient times, many of them were summoned by an ancient king to protect his gold. After the king's death, the leprechauns returned to their places of origin, all except one who became corrupted through the ages and obsessed with the gold that he still guarded. In the present, LA pastor Father Jacob finds the gold and intends to use it to finance the building of a youth center. After a struggle, Jacob banishes the leprechaun by splashing him with holy water laced with four-leaf clovers, summoning demonic hands to drag him underground, but dies of his injuries. 1 year later, friends Emily Woodrow and Lisa Duncan had their fortune told by Esmeralda, who warns they will soon attain great wealth. But it must be denied, as it will come at a great price and summon a terrible evil. At a barbecue at the abandoned youth center site, with Lisa, stoner friend Jamie Davis, and ex-boyfriend turned drug dealer Rory Jackson, Emily falls through a hole and discovers the leprechaun's gold hidden by Father Jacob. Splitting the treasure, the four friends use the gold to fulfill their fantasies, unaware they have released the leprechaun. He stalks the group, impaling a guest at Jamie's party with a bong and retrieving one of his coins, prompting the police to arrest Jamie. At the beauty salon where Emily works, the leprechaun kills a regular customer, Doria, on the massage table and attacks Emily. She escapes, warning Rory and the recently released Jamie, and they rush to find Lisa. In her home, Lisa is killed when the leprechaun claws her in the stomach, and her friends find her body. While Emily and Jamie want to return the gold, Rory does not and takes off with it. Realizing Rory is gone, Emily is chased outside by the leprechaun, but is saved when Rory has a change of heart and returns. The leprechaun finds Rory's house and kills his profligate girlfriend, Chanel, by tearing out her jaw, reclaiming the gold she used to make a tooth, while Rory and Emily are harassed by officers Thompson and Whitaker. When the leprechaun appears and kills the officers, Emily and Rory escape and regroup with Jamie, only to be confronted by Rory's drug-dealing rivals, led by Watson and Cedric. Planning to kill Rory for infringing on their territory, Watson and his gang are disposed of by the leprechaun, while Emily, Rory, and Jamie drive off in Watson's car seeking Esmeralda's help. Now for the final ending, and I'm going to it. You better stop this video immediately. You got 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below as I count down now. If you've seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. She advises using four-leaf clovers against the leprechaun, and Roy laces hollow point bullets with clovers Jamie finds in the marijuana Roy sold him earlier. When the leprechaun arrives, Roy shoots him with the clover bullets, only for his gun to jam before he can finish him off. Roy and Emily have the chance to escape with the gold when the leprechaun is distracted by Jamie, wounded by a baseball bat to the leg, and Esmeralda is defeated in a magical duel with the leprechaun, fall to the roof of the building. Roy tries fighting the leprechaun as it's knocked out. Before the leprechaun can kill him, Emily throws some of his gold into wet concrete to get his attention and lures him into the basement of the building, where she tosses his gold into a furnace before knocking the leprechaun inside. But leaving the leprechaun dead, Emily returns to Roy only for the leprechaun to renew his attack, knocking Emily off the roof and leaving her barely holding on. The leprechaun taunts her, but is shot several times by Rory. He runs out of bullets, but distracts the leprechaun long enough for Emily to hit him with the chest of coins, sending him into the wet concrete below where the leprechaun sinks and becomes trapped with his gold. Afterwards, Emily and Roy renew their relationship and, along with Jamie, move on with their lives. End of story. So, what did I think of Leprechaun Back to the Hood? It's okay and what have you. Well, it's not quite that big as the last one, but it's fine. But it's fine and what have you. But it's gotten one of the worst amount of reviews yet than as much as the other ones are, sitting at a mere 18% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Entertainment Weekly included on their worst movie sequels ever article when it was released, writing, "If a movie could spark a race riot, this is it." That's understandable and what have you. Now, actually, I found out this film was originally set to take place on a tropical island in the midst of spring break, though executives at Lionsgate had the director and writer changed the location to an urban environment like the previous entry of the series. Gee, I wonder what that would have been like. That would have been pretty cool and what have you. Or maybe not. Oh well. It is a shame that we didn't get to see any more of Warwick Davis after this and what have you. Anyway, it would be 11 years before another film was released in 2014. Lionsgate released a reboot of the franchise in Leprechaun Origins, which got a ton of hate, but some people I've heard like it, and I'm understanding. And then 4 years later, a direct follow-up to the original film was made by Oswald Davis in Leprechaun Returns, which I think was a good movie. Apparently, from as early as 2008 to as late as 2019, Darren Lynn Bousman, who you may know that name from the Saw franchise, had expressed interest in making another film with the idea of placing the titular character in the Old West with Davis returning in it. Well, that's never happened. It would have been that would have been pretty cool, maybe. But well, the urban saying again, it's fine and what have you. This just wasn't great by any means. But and as I've said with the other films, after three, I say I would give you a recommendation of a one-time watch if you are a hardcore completionist of the Leprechaun series. But anyway, yeah. So from what I'm seeing of the film, Leprechaun Back to the Hood, it's okay and what have you. It has its moments and what have you. Warwick Davis returns as the Leprechaun, not too bad. Playing Emily is Tanji Miller. Yeah, she does a pretty good job. Laz Alonso played Roy, not bad. Paige Kennedy played Jamie. There. Sherry Jackson played Lisa, fine. Donzalee Abernathy played Esmeralda. And rapper Sticky Fingers played Cedric. Well, to my surprise, I almost didn't know who this was after rewatching this a couple of times. Chanel's played by Keisha Sharp, who you would might remember. Well, some of you might remember her from TV's Girlfriends at the time, well, which was on at the time. But however, I would mostly remember. But however, from her looks, I would remember her because she played Suzanne's friend Gigi on the Are We There Yet TV show that aired on TBS years back. So anyway, so the cast is okay, is all right in my view. Not the greatest by a long shot. Michael Whitaker does the score, and it's fine too, but still not that, still not as good as what I heard in other Leprechaun films. So this kind of sits like right below at the bottom of the chain, but I'd rather watch this over Origins. But that could change though, because well, one day I'll give Origins another chance and what have you. We'll see if that goes for it. But I can't guarantee if my opinions change. So Leprechaun Back to the Hood was still an okay sequel. At least it had some, well, crazy moments like what you could get from the other films. So, and Warwick Davis still manages to save this film from being a complete disaster. So again, I would recommend a one-time watch if you are a hardcore completionist, or if not, then just skip it, avoid it. So what did you think of Leprechaun Back to the Hood? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, and make the views grow. Tell your friends about my channel, give them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my vids with your friends if you like. And later tonight, I will be giving you the next Do You Remember, and it'll be on the show Mammal. So if you like this, check out my re-reviews of the first three Leprechaun films that I would rather watch over this. In the upper left-hand corner is my re-review of the first Leprechaun. The upper right-hand corner is my re-review of Leprechaun 2, and the bottom left-hand corner is my re-review of my favorite of the franchise, Leprechaun 3. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.